How much have you been getting for a day's work?
Only $2.
$2 a day?
Yes.
You have a little boy. Would you like him to be a farm worker?
No, sir. I've been working all my life in fields, and I don't think it'd be the best place for him. I'd like for him to get a good education.
In 1932, a small group of committed activists started a school to train people, everyday people, to fight racial injustice in America. The Highlander Folk School was born. One of its first students was Rosa Parks. In 1961, 700,000 Cuban people were taught to read and write in 12 months. Their teachers were their own neighbors, co-workers, and family members. Mothers in Vietnam learned that by adding tiny amounts of shrimp, crab, and greens to their children's daily rice, broke the cycle of malnutrition in one village. Those mothers then taught other mothers, and eventually over 2 million people in 265 villages avoided the lifelong damages caused by malnutrition. These are but 3 examples of the power of popular movements. Today, a similar yearning for justice, education, and health is agitating within the people of Mayfair. In response, SOMOS Mayfair embarks on a new path, one that we build by walking it. In the hands of people who have their own stories of struggle and transformation, we place a new popular education campaign in Mayfair.
A mí en lo personal me ha servido tan solo en mi forma de expresarme. Yo antes era una persona muy cerrada en mí mismo, no me costaba expresarme. Con mi esposa también no le contaba lo que yo sentía porque era más cerrado. Y ahora viniendo al grupo de hombres me he enseñado a expresarme un poco más tanto con mi familia como con la comunidad.
Knowing their own inner gifts, their own capacities for a compassionate power, these leaders offer support, mentorship, and a guiding hand to others.
El amor que le tengo a mi comunidad, el querer aprender y dar lo que yo aprendo a mi comunidad. Eso para mí es muy importante porque es la manera que creo que aprendo ayudando, me ayudo a mí misma.
Building on the inspirational examples of Mayfair leaders, SOMOS Mayfair launches our En Nuestras Manos community teacher campaign. Each year, 50 Mayfair leaders will be the teachers, coaches, and mentors for the 2,000 families in the Mayfair neighborhood of East San Jose.
Pues para mí es una satisfacción personal y ahora está en nuestras manos hacer esto más grande, el poder transmitir a las otras personas todo lo que se ha aprendido en SOMOS Mayfair y para que ellos también tengan la oportunidad y las ganas de seguir adelante, de superarse y ayudar siempre en el futuro de nosotros y principal de nuestros niños.
Mayfair community teachers will lead a popular education campaign to ensure that our homes are the first place where education and health are nurtured.
Me siento agradecida también porque confían en mis capacidades, en mi habilidad. Agradecida por los entrenamientos que me han dado, por la capacitación que me han dado para poder llevar el servicio de la manera más genuina a nuestra comunidad y porque creo que este trabajo de poder sacar adelante una comunidad está en nuestras manos, está en manos de cada uno y que cada uno pone esas manos para el bienestar, no nada más personal ni familiar, sino para el bienestar colectivo.
Pues yo pienso que es un buen reto para nosotros porque si nosotros creemos que nosotros podemos hacer el cambio, entonces los mismos miembros de la comunidad van a mirar que si nosotros lo estamos haciendo, van a tener un poco más de apoyo en ellos, envolverse en los grupos, porque van a ver que uno mismo está haciendo el cambio en la comunidad.
The histories of popular movements led by everyday people with or without formal education, show us that we have the potential to confront enormous challenges. We may not be certain about each next step, but we move forward believing in each other and ourselves. For our children, our families, and our community, we put the challenge in our hands.
My name is Dilsa Gonzalez. I have 3 kids and I'm a promotora in SOMOS Mayfair. What excites me of my job as promotora is that I've seen the changes and I believe in the changes. I've seen the changes in my own kids, seeing how my kid is reading, even though some of the teacher has had doubt that she was gonna read in that level because of her IP. And that wasn't gonna happen. She was gonna start reading at least at her level on her grade. We can show other people that it's possible, other parents in our community. And it excites me that some of the parents in the same school of my daughter, they know that I'm a promotora in SOMOS, and they know what changes and what are the problems of my kids. So they come to me and they told me, my kid is not reading at level. What can I do? And I told them about what we're doing here. I let them know some of the ideas that we have here, and they're so excited, and they're like, can I go? And like, yeah, the doors are open for everybody, especially for parents in Cesar Chavez. It's like, you guys are gonna get that commitment there that your kids need. And I also seen a lot of parents volunteering. They come out here like kind of doubting that it might work, but once they go, they come out with a smile, saying like, you know what, this is true. They're here to help us. So it excites me that our future generation is gonna have the opportunity to go to college or to a university of their choice. It excites me that they're gonna start reading at their grade level, so they could put more attention to our schools and to our kids, and put a little bit more money, more effort to other communities, especially to the community of Mayfair. I've seen a lot of things that SOMOS have done. I've seen the changes, and I'm still seeing the changes. My hope for the Inner Hands campaign is to keep going. I hope that this keeps going not only this year, next year, but from 5 years from today. We're not only community. I hope this becomes a whole family. And I'm so proud to say I'm a promotora of SOMOS because SOMOS is here to help.
There is a conception that all of Silicon Valley, including parts of San Jose, is boomtown, has a driving economy, is the 8th largest economy in the entire world. And for a very small few, that is true. But for here in Mayfair, it really is working poor. People come here from Latin countries and from Asian countries, and this is their first start towards a life here in America. Most of the people who live in Mayfair work in kitchens. They are dishwashers and cooks. They clean people's homes. They landscape their yard. It's really a blue-collar community. That means they're working, they're contributing to this vibrant economy that we call Silicon Valley. But for many of them, they have incomes that average about $36,000 to $38,000 a year. And that's compared to $108,000 for this county, which is staggering. But to be able to live in this community, it really means that in a lot of our single-family homes in this neighborhood, it's 3 to 5 families living per home. We're the only part of the city of San Jose where the freeway drives over us, which has huge health implications on our children and our families. And that's a constant indicator to us that at one point we had no power in the way the San Jose government and system worked. SOMOS Mayfair, for many families here in the Mayfair neighborhood, is a home away from home for them. It's a safe place where they can come and get resources and engage in opportunities for their children. But it's also a place where they can see themselves and their own power and figure out how they can contribute to this community.
En lo personal es sobre todo en empuje para hacer un cambio para el bien de mi niño y de todos en general, todos los que estén en el distrito de Alum Rock, que es donde queremos un cambio y lo necesitamos, exigir nuestros derechos y por toda la comunidad.
For us, in a community like Mayfair where there's generational poverty, we believe that starting really early and focusing on the literacy of our youngest children is a long-term pathway to breaking that cycle of poverty. We feel like if children are reading by 3rd grade and are equipped to then be able to go on strong to middle and high school, they can either enter the workforce with skills that they did not have once before, or that they're able to go on to college.
My son, it's become like a routine for him, like let's read. It's just really nice for him to come and like ask me, Mom, let's read. One of the things was it helped me start reading to them because I wasn't reading. So that's another thing. It pushed me to read to them. And also they taught me how to read to them. Get them interested in the picture, the size of the book, the shape of the book. Let them turn the page, let them ask questions.
The core work that SOMOS does is we train community members to be leaders in their homes and in the community. And we call our leaders promotoras. So we have a robust leadership development program that we run all year long, which is focused on adults. But the secret sauce at SOMOS is in training the adults, we're supporting an educational vision for their children.
I do parents workshop with my coordinator, and we just talked about the importance of an early education for a child. We talked about challenges they face in schools. We talked about what things we can do at home so we can help our child get ready for school or to go to school. And what we say to our parents is that we are already leaders, right? And that we just need to work on it and get involved.
For promotores, we've seen increases in their own self-esteem. So we have pre and post studies that show growth in their own personal self-esteem. But over the years, we've also seen that promotoras who stay with us a really long time are able to increase their English language acquisition. They're able to attain jobs. They're able to connect with other resources in the neighborhood, in the community beyond SOMOS Mayfair.
Yo soy un padre voluntario, tengo un hijo que estudia en la escuela César Chávez, es de aquí de la comunidad, entonces estoy involucrado organizando este torneo de fútbol para el beneficio de todos los niños.
We are finding that the program is definitely working. We're seeing increases in school readiness, third grade reading proficiency, parents' leadership and action in their local schools. We're also seeing increases in daily practices of reading.
Every day in the morning I wake up and read. I read half an hour so I can see TV.
It is important to read because that's how you learn and that's how you pass the grades and learn new words and big words.
If you don't read, you're nowhere here because everywhere you go, you have to read.
When we started our current initiative, which is the In Our Hands campaign, the reading proficiency level at our local school was 27%. That means only 27% of our third graders were reading at grade level 3 years ago. Fast forward 3 years, today 46% of our kids are reading at grade level.
If I haven't met SOMOS, I would just be at home, maybe watching TV. Maybe I wouldn't read to him so often.
A mí me ha ayudado ir a esas reuniones con SOMOS Mayfair porque antes no me atrevía yo a poder platicar con la gente, ¿verdad? Porque no soy un poco tímido y en cambio yendo ahí me han enseñado de que yo puedo hablar con la gente, yo puedo expresarme lo que yo sienta y eso es lo importante, ¿verdad? Eso es lo bonito de SOMOS Mayfair.
It's been a blessing in my life. Now, it's my daughter, she's 8 years old. She's a good reader. She loves asking questions. She is always asking why. She's always thinking. She's a thinker, and that's what I want for her. I want her to value education and value others.
As a mom, I feel that I'm going to be there for them every step of the way. I think it's extremely important for parents to be involved.
Y gracias a Dios encontré a SOMOS Mayfair. Eso para mí fue mi salvavidas, digamos. Llegué muy mal emocionalmente y han mirado cómo he progresado, cómo yo le he echado ganas por mis hijos, por salir adelante.
Mayfair, with its abundant crises, it's also home to resilient, strong people who had a better vision for themselves and for their children. And so what we do is we harness their talents and their assets and offer that to the community so that together we can make a better Mayfair for everyone who lives here.
Hablamos del Centro Educativo César Chávez en San José, que está reuniendo muchos esfuerzos en pro del bienestar de sus alumnos y las familias de su comunidad.
Para que la educación de nuestros niños sea exitosa, es necesario ir mucho más allá de los libros y las asignaciones regulares. Eso es lo que sostiene la escuela César Chávez en el este de San José.
Cuando pensamos de la escuela, por lo general hablamos acerca del concepto académico, del concepto cognitivo, pero si no hay el suficiente apoyo de parte de la salud, a veces a los niños les faltan cosas pequeñitas, ¿verdad? Que para otras familias es algo normal.
Así, este centro educativo está buscando cooperar con la salud y las necesidades básicas de sus pequeños alumnos, que en la mayoría de los casos cuentan con escasas oportunidades debido a su condición económica. Pero además de estos servicios, la Escuela César Chávez también se preocupa por el desarrollo de sus padres latinos, quienes ahora pueden tomar ventaja de un lugar hecho para ellos, ofreciéndoles apoyo, programas educativos, acceso a computadoras, recursos de inmigración, financieros y demás.
Es algo maravilloso porque los niños necesitan todos los recursos que se pueda en cuestión de la educación temprana.
Somos gente trabajadora y el estar ocupados a veces no nos da tiempo ni a pensar que nuestros hijos les hace falta todo ese tipo de recursos.
En esto están de acuerdo todos los padres de familia.
Tenemos clases para padres, tenemos clases para ser mejor abogados en la educación de sus hijos. Es algo súper importante en nuestra comunidad tener estos recursos aquí en nuestras propias vecindades, porque muchos de nosotros como papás trabajamos largas horas y aquí tenemos todo esto abierto los sábados para tener muchas oportunidades de involucrarse y ser un padre súper activo en las vidas de nuestros hijos.
Gracias a la Escuela César Chávez por abrirnos sus puertas y por la incansable labor que realizan para apoyar a nuestros niños y familias latinas.